Okay, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're very excited about today's discussion. Going to have some fun with talking about rewards, survey rewards, and we have completely revamped our feature on rewards and rewards automation. So we're excited to share some of that today. We're going to talk about survey rewards best practices. And I'd like to welcome Michael O'Brien, Director of Business Development for Tango Card, and QuestionPro CEO Eric Cotto. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks, James.
Yeah, glad to have you on the call.
Yeah, thank you. So quick introduction, I'm Eric Cotto. I'm the CEO of QuestionPro. Many of you know, but we're an online survey software platform. And our mission in life is really making the software experience as easy as possible so you can focus on what you do best is making decisions and the analysis, and we try to take the software and the configuration of that out of the picture. So it's easy and simple, and I think what we're going to talk about today, the rewards automation, really helps deliver on that promise.
Awesome, thank you. Michael, would you give us a quick introduction on yourself as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, both of you. Great partnership. And I'm Michael O'Brien, Director of Business Development at Seattle-based Tango Card. We're a rewards as a service company that make the rewards awesome, and we'll talk a little bit about more of that today.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, Michael. Very happy to have you. Another Seattle-based company, as you guys, many of you know, we're Seattle-based, and so is Tango Card. So happy to be partnering with you.
Tango
Card, yeah, keeping it local. Tango Card helps power the feature that we're going to demo for you later today. So we'll show you that integration. And but before we get there, wanted to talk about some of the emerging kind of best practices and what's happening in the reward space. And no one better to talk about that than Michael. So what I'm going to do is pop up some slides here, James, if you can make sure the screen share is set to my screen in the presentation, and then Michael, just take it away and let me know when you want me to advance the slides.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for the opportunity. I'll keep this short and hopefully very relevant for our listeners today. It's cool to be on a platform where all these celebrities hang out on. That's the first time for me. Thanks for your patience. But again, love our partnership here, and Tango Cards is really focused on a couple things. Number one, we provide the best reward content, like Amazon, like Starbucks, like iTunes, like Target, etc. Two, we're focused on that killer technology to integrate into platforms that deliver rewards instantly, digitally, ready for mobile, etc. Three, great services, and then customer service for the process, and then hopefully really forming great partnerships like we have with QuestionPro to help solve their biggest problems or capitalize on great opportunities. So let's talk about two things that are going to be relevant to you. One, rewards, how they engage and change behavior inside and outside of companies. And then two, we'll talk about some quick best practices for you surveyors out there and researchers. So you're on the perfect slide there. So yeah, number one, let's look at how rewards affect businesses inside and out. So first, coming from Boston-based Aberdeen Group, who studies B2B technology trends and someone we follow, they discovered that companies that actively reward internally their employees for great work not only had dramatic effects on productivity, engagement, retention, but it was highly correlated with great financial results for companies, nearly 3 times that of those who did not. So remember, and the key there is non-cash rewards are things like gift cards that are far better than cash in creating a lasting impact. Cash tends to be perceived as compensation that's forgotten on a pay stub somewhere versus a gift card that someone tends to spend on themselves and really enjoy, and that's why we're part of the reason why we're so passionate about that. And smart companies are picking up on this. That's a big trend internally for rewards inside of companies. You know, secondly, software platforms like QuestionPro are and on platforms that you might use every day as well, who have chosen to integrate rewards have had massive results in user engagement increases. So what does that mean? I put 5 to 9x up there. 3 companies come to mind. One, Bing. Bing and MSN.com have a free rewards program. You search, you earn credits, you exchange those credits for great digital rewards. And they've said in in studies and in trade shows. They had 500% increase in user engagement from the year prior to not doing this program, so huge impacts. To Salesforce. Salesforce's HR platform did a look at integrating rewards, did so, and saw that those companies who turned on the integrated rewards module had a 600% increase in usage of their software. So we go from loyalty to actual usage of a platform. And then three, San Francisco-based Extol is an incentivized referral marketing company who provides incentives for you to talk about with your network a product or service that you like and give you a reward for it. Sees that 9x increase in you tending to tell your network about that. It's huge. So rewards have a huge place in platforms and can help achieve goals too. And then this will start to really hit home for you surveyors who want to drive loyalty or people to come back and take more surveys, but focusing particularly on gift cards for a moment. 2/3 of people getting a gift card will remember what they purchased and positively associate it back to the company that gave it to them. That's true engagement. That's huge. So if you're going to send a $250 check to someone, they might deposit it in their account, never tell anyone about it. Or maybe you send them a $250 Home Depot card. It's a guy who buys a barbecue, starts barbecuing with their neighbors and friends, and 2/3 of the time he's thinking about the company, or can certainly cite the company that gave it to them positively. So that's huge and something we see a lot. So
wait, so you just said, if I get that correct, you just said that that giving a gift card is better than cash.
Absolutely, for a number of reasons.
That's awesome.
You want to hear them all now?
No. I just wanted to soak that in. Just let that marinate for a minute, based on impact and engagement. That's awesome. Okay.
Hey, James, speaking of gift cards, would this be a good time to pause and maybe send around our survey?
Yeah, that would be great. Absolutely. So as part of the presentation today, as part of this Hangout, we're going to use QuestionPro's rewards automation feature to actually give away a $100 Amazon.com gift card. So and I'll paste this into the link in just a second, but if you go to qprewards.questionpro.com, you'll be able to take a survey which will enter you into the drawing, and at the end of this we will have that random drawing and do that live. So you got to be present to enter. We'll ask you I'll announce the winner and ask you to place a comment in either the comment stream on the Google Plus page or the comment stream on the YouTube page, so that's how we're going to identify you as being quote unquote present, and we'll have that drawing and fulfill that for you live during the Hangout. So that's going to be great. We'll give you time to do that. That'll be toward the end, but it's qprewards.questionpro.com is how you go and take that survey. And also, one other quick announcement, we're going to have a Q&A at the end. So if you have a comment, if anything that Michael presents today or that we discuss triggers a question, please put it in the comment stream of either YouTube or the Hangout page, the Google Plus page, which you can get to. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can go to the Google Plus page by going to bit.ly/QP rewards. So we'll go ahead and load those questions at any time, and we'll cover those toward the end. All right, back to you guys.
Great. So anyone can just go to the Google Plus event page for this and find that survey link for qprewards.questionpro.com, right?
Am I eligible?
Good question. Michael, you're not eligible because you have to talk instead of take a survey right now.
Fair enough.
All right, let's keep rolling. Michael, next slide here.
Awesome. Yeah, this will really start getting into the wheelhouse of those listeners out there. It's a couple of trends that we're seeing out there. Last year it was reported that online purchasing, these are consumers going to seek out rewards themselves. The amount of people buying e-gift cards versus plastic ones actually doubled from 2012 to 2013. So the big takeaway for us is digital actually matters. People are comfortable with it. That people want it to on their mobile phones to be able to spend, or from their desktop. So that's a big trend. And then two, we're always talking about how to appeal to demographics like millennials. They're strange. These young people, hard to reach. And our partners at Blackhawk actually did a great study, more like a survey really, that led to the result of 90% of millennials saw themselves as using gift cards quite a bit or wanting gift cards, and said that a whole bunch of them would use that gift card, 90% would use that gift card on something for themselves. So think about that construct, sending someone cash where they might pay a bill or buy some groceries has very different impact, if any, than maybe a gift card where they can impact their own lives. And then, kind of funny stat really is, 3/4 of them want a gift card so they don't have to return anything. I think that's hilarious. So those well-intentioned, merchandise or gifts that we send these millennials might not be so encouraged. So,
Right.
next slide, when you get a minute.
Michael, I actually prefer gift cards for the same reason too. Just FYI, I think I'm well beyond millennials, but I've gotten the random gift too also. So
I'm gonna take that new father gift back I bought for you.
yeah, no more onesies, man. Give me something for me.
Exactly. So this next slide is a graphic that really culminates it for me, particularly for surveyors. This is a graphic from Tim Macer at Meaning Ltd in London, UK. He's actually in the hotel I'm at the conference here in Chicago. And this is a study from last year in which he surveyed all of the incentive managers at survey companies that said, ask them, what do you guys use and what's effective for incentives for people to take these surveys? In Britain, they call them vouchers, but they're gift cards. Number one thing that people use and use effectively, and donations, certainly not cash. You can kind of see the list there. So that's particularly for you survey people out there wanting to feel good about what you send. So next slide. My last slide, I might add. You're tired of me already.
Man, a few words. That's great.
Exactly. I want that $100 gift card. So a couple best practices to think about as we've worked a couple years now in supporting folks like you. Number one, keep it simple. It's all about keep it simple, stupid, or how about keep it simple, survey. People have tried all kinds of complexity in terms of sending rewards, maybe on the cheap or whatever, sending a link to a points program where there might be a bunch of junk in a merchandise catalog somewhere and you're not quite sure what the catches are and the costs and if they're actually using it.
Is this where we play that? Is this where we play that that scene from The Jerk where he's showing you can win anything from this to here, anything from this to here, anything in this aisle on this section? That's awesome. It'd be perfect.
Oh, Steve Martin. Dream. Yeah, exactly like that. And and other things people try are interesting too. Sweeps. You see that deployed all the time, but actually there's a lot of legalities around sweeps that make it very complex to roll out, and there's whole vendors, whole companies that specify that the sweep laws are different every 50 states, so that's difficult. And then sending plastic, licking stamps and envelopes, stuff, putting yourself through all that trauma of getting stuff out in the mail. How about simple? How about a digitally delivered gift card through the platform you use, like QuestionPro, or directed donations to nonprofits, something quick, fast. We'll talk about speed in a minute. Keep it simple. Tell people what they're going to get. Make it clean, no catches, no fees, etc. per transaction. And then two, the reward is strategic. If I can hammer anything home to you guys out there, you guys are awesome at studying the demographic and the reach and the location, the age range, and how to orient your survey questions just right to get maximum response out of these folks, and that's awesome. And then you're like, I'll just throw something at it at the end. No, it's strategic. It's totally part of it. You take all of that knowledge that you know about your demographic and apply it to the reward. So think about the denomination. What's the time value for every 20 minutes of a survey? It might be $5 to $10. That's typical. If you're trying to reach a bunch of executives, it might not. You might need to bump that up a bit. If you're trying to reach moms from 25 to 35 in the Southeast, maybe an REI card's a miss. Maybe it's a Target card, right? So think about that. Make use of your partner here to educate you, or certainly we can fill in as well on what's best for the right audience. And last, speed thrills. It doesn't kill. You see these, please expect your reward in 4 to 6 weeks. That's so over. That's done. You have this great opportunity to positively impact somebody with a reward immediately after they've qualified and taken that survey. Let's nail it. Let's nail it. So thrill them with instant delivery. If it's an open survey that they are allowed to share, they're far more likely to send that around to friends when they get that reward. And then they're certainly going to be more interested in taking a survey from someone who's giving that reward right away as promised. So yeah, those are some of the best practices. Again, I'm here for Q&A at the end if I've tripped anyone up, or you can think of any other way to tease me, guys.
We're
Well, you,
working on
you
that.
you lobbed a nice just soften up there when you talked about the trauma of licking stamps. I just, true biz dev fashion. This guy is like nailing those hot buttons. So that's great. No, this would be great from the perspective of my kids doing these. We should get this to the schools because they offer these fundraisers, and it's exactly the 6 to 9 or 9 to 12 weeks to get your first magazine order. So they should just do Amazon.com gift cards. That would be so much easier.
Exactly. All right. Well, keeping rolling here. So we got one of those brand new $150 bills in the mail. Actually got three of them. And so we were sitting around here as we were designing this feature, and we said, well, what is the best way as a researcher to spend $150 on rewards? So here's what we did. We took a short survey, about a 15-question survey, and we sent it to the exact same survey to 3 different groups, about, I think, roughly 250 people per group, so about 750 total respondents we sent out. Actually, no, it's closer to 900, around 300 300 people per group, 3 groups, 900 total respondents, and then looked at the response based on 3 different reward programs. So we took 3 chances of winning a $50 gift card. This is something we saw a lot from our clients. Okay? We're going to give away 3 $50 Amazon gift cards at the end of this survey. So complete the survey and you'll be entered to win. We then took another group and said you get one chance at winning a $150 Amazon gift card. And then lastly, we said the first 30 people who complete this survey will get a guaranteed $5 Amazon gift card. So we're kind of curious. We're very legitimately curious about what the response difference would be between these. Either way, we're spending $150. So we put these out. We had the results back in about a day and a half, fairly quick response. And this is what we saw in the completion rate. So now, important to note, completion rate is from the delivery of the email to completing the survey. That's how we measured it. So as a researcher, that's where you have a list of email addresses, and what you want to do is maximize the response on those email addresses. So we looked at from the email address to the completion, the send to the completion, and we saw almost double the conversion rate for the first 30 with a $5 Amazon gift card. Even though still the maximum impact to us was just $150 like the others. And so what we saw, kind of reiterating what Michael said earlier, instant wins. And I think we see this all over the internet these days. You want it fast, you want it now. Amazon's working on same-day shipping. Everyone is trying to deliver something for that kind of instant gratification. And so that was really one of the driving factors behind us building this feature, is to be able to deliver rewards immediately. To get rid of this, like, well, we'll tell you in 2 weeks, and maybe you did or maybe you didn't win. So really interesting findings there. And I think really for us kind of validated this idea of instant wins. So what I want to do now is jump over to a demo of our rewards feature. And
hey, Eric, can we pause for station identification here real quick before we do that? Just to remind everybody that we will be giving away a $100 Amazon.com gift card toward the end of this, right? We'll probably do it right around the Q&A time. And so if you go to qprewards.questionpro.com, would love to get you to get entered into that. You can take the quick survey. I think it's 1 question long, and then we'll have we'll have that drawing at the end. So qprewards.questionpro.com. And if you have any questions you'd like us to discuss at the end of this as we go through the presentation, please paste them into or type them into the comment stream on either the Google Plus event page or the YouTube page where you're watching the video, and we'll make sure we cover those at the end.
Okay, thank you. That is qprewards.questionpro.com. And so, James, we've got my screen up, the screen share for QuestionPro up. You got that?
Yep, sure do.
Okay, great. So what I want to do is walk everyone through the rewards module. And now I think a lot of you on the demo today are familiar with QuestionPro. If not, we have a full team of salespeople who are happy to walk you through a demo to get to this point. But what I've done is created a survey, and it's a 2-question survey, and you can see that right here. How satisfied were you with the webinar today? And then an email address field. So just very simple example of a survey.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Are you ready for it, Michael? You can't win this one either, you know.
Okay.
And then on the left nav here is where we've added the new rewards module. So go down and click on rewards. And this brings you to our new rewards UI. So first thing you notice, we've broken this up into 3 sort of discrete actions. Decide who qualifies, select a reward, and then notifications. And we've made this really as highly configurable as we could. So the first step is decide who qualifies. And we've got 4 options, all complete respondents, based on a survey or quiz score. If you guys are familiar with using QuestionPro, you know you can set values to question answers. So if you're running a quiz or even a lead form, if you have a highly qualified lead, you can give them some sort of reward, or a high score on a quiz, you can give them a reward. First X number of respondents, that's what I'm going to use. So first, like we saw on the stats there, first I'm going to say first 5 people. Or the drawing, the random winner, and this is the sweepstakes. That's the survey that you've been asked to enter, the qprewards.questionpro.com. So I'm going to, first step here is first X number of respondents. And I'd like to give this away to, let's say, 5 people. So the first 5 people who complete my survey are going to get the reward. Decide who qualifies, the end date. What we wanted to do is gate this so you don't have rewards just kind of endlessly hanging open, and maybe even after your project is closed. You can set an end date. I'm going to say May 31st to this. And now the next thing, this is actually important here for first number of respondents, is what happens to the 6th respondent. So we give you an alternative finish option, and that's just a thank you page with a link. And you can add a message there, sorry, you did not qualify for the gift card. So even the survey respondents who don't qualify will get a message, and you can preview that right here. So this is your finish experience for people who don't get the gift card. Now, next in the setup is select a reward, and this is where we have 3 different choices as well. Amazon.com, a coupon, you can configure your own coupon, or your own reward. Say you want to give away an iPad that you personally would mail out. You do that through this user defined and fulfilled. But today we're going to demo Amazon.com. And a couple things I want to show you here. Everyone who ever runs a survey with us always demos it first. Everyone sends it around internally, so we've made that configurable with the rewards. So the test mode, if it's set to on, you will not, A, your credit card will not be billed for any of the rewards given away, and B, none of the rewards will be fulfilled live. So you can run through any number of times and make sure that everything looks great on your survey before you actually start fulfilling gift cards. So I'm going to give away 5 gift cards, and I want to do that for a value of $5 each, not 56, for 5. So a gift card value of 5 and total of 5 gift cards. Then now I've got a reward page headline, so I can put this here as thank you. Thank you, here's your gift card. Simple message to the respondents. If I wanted to, I could add my logo to this page. I'm going to pretend I'm a sandwich. I'm from Michigan. We've got a great deli there called Zingerman's. So I'm going to pretend I'm Zingerman's. And again, I can preview this page. Whoops, that's the logo. If I preview this, this is what my finish experience looks like. So, okay, there's my logo. Thank you. Here's your gift card. And that's what the finish experience will look like. So I can see all that. Go down here. You will pay for the gift cards in advance. So as soon as you flip this to rewards, or test mode is off, so now rewards will be fulfilled. You'll see review and confirm. I'm going to buy all 5 gift cards in advance. It's $5 per card. There is a fulfillment fee. I'm going to agree to the terms and condition, and there we go. The reward is saved and ready to to activate. So I can now come in, take my survey, give myself an email address here. Michael, I should put your email address in here, and then I'd give you this gift card right now.
Amen.
It's going to go to my personal email address. Sorry, $5 for me today. And there it is. So this is in live mode now. There's my company logo. Thank you. Here's your gift card. $5 is the amount. And then this is the code. Now, Amazon gift card codes, everyone's fairly familiar with that, but this is a live code. It's fulfilled on the page right there. But we've also given instructions to your recipients on exactly how to go and add this to their Amazon.com account. And then you see at the very bottom here, there is a contact information in case any of your recipients have questions about this reward, how it works, and a print this page, which is great. People might want to save this for later, save this for a record. So we've tried to really make the kind of the back-end management of this as easy as possible. So that is the user experience. One other thing I want to show you on this demo, as we talked to people before we built this feature, one of the most common problems with rewards fulfillment was keeping track of what happened. This was managed in a spreadsheet, or someone was keeping track of it on Post-it notes, and there was really no audit trail for what gift cards had been given away. So if you see now on the left navigation, there's Manage Rewards. I'm going to go into this area, and you see Amazon.com gift card log, and this is the reward that I've just given away. So I've got a full audit trail. This is the redemption code. This is the response set, so I can go actually in and look at how this survey respondent answered the questions. And I can see there the date and the time that this was taken, the answer that they gave, the email address. And then in the case I do get a support escalation about where's my gift card, you can come back in and you can resend this to an email address. So we've really tried to make sure that the back-end fulfillment of these cards is trackable and as easy to follow up on as possible. So there's a lot more under here. I'm not going to go through all these options, but what you should know is that everything is configurable. So you can use all complete respondents with Amazon gift cards, or you can use based on quiz score and design your own coupon. So over 12 different ways to configure rewards, and we really tried to make this as flexible as possible. So I'm going to pause there. James, do we have any questions coming in about the demo, or should we keep rolling on to the fulfillment of the gift card?
Let's pause for a minute. I just want to make another announcement. We do have a couple of questions that have come in, and I want to make another announcement to give people a chance to answer any questions that they have. And also, if you're watching this, please take this survey so we can have a good show here and get people involved. So qprewards.questionpro.com is where you take it, and let's give a few people a minute to do that. And that's just as far as answering questions here. We had give that a second to catch up, but we had a couple questions. Joseph asked, might I ask for that link for the Amazon gift card link again? That's qprewards.questionpro.com. And also we had a couple other things. Now Claudia brought up a good point, and this is sort of, appreciate this because it's a little bit of playing devil's advocate here. Are people just going to jump in just for the reward? So giving rewards doesn't lead to people answering anything only to get the reward? Question mark. And let me just follow up very quickly and also say we had a response in the comment stream, which is great, because that's what is so great about these Hangouts is we actually get audience participation and a discussion going. So there was the response to that was very few maybe, but the majority would answer truthfully. Eric, do you want to, or Michael, do you want to kind of add to that as far as and I can put the actual original question back up here in response to this?
Well, I think Michael would have some thoughts on this, but let me just give you my opinion. And I think it depends on the research project. You have to know your audience. Certainly a lot of the market research industry is powered by rewards and incentives, and I think they get very accurate data. And this is not a new practice. This is something that's been going on literally for decades. And so there's a lot of trust and understanding of how to properly align incentives in research. But at the same time, you do need to know your audience. For instance, if it's an internal employee survey, I think you're very likely to get honest opinions, and this is simply a thank you. One of the things we really try to advocate as survey practitioners here is be respectful of your respondents. Respect their time, and make sure they're feeling valued and appreciated. And I think a small token of appreciation, such as a $5 gift card, is not likely to massively skew someone's opinion. But it is a really nice way to provide that feedback. But at the same time, this person has brought up a good point, and maybe in some circumstances, a survey incentive is not the right thing to do. But I think that's a decision you as a researcher need to make. If you do want it, though, it's as configurable and as easy to set up as possible to the rewards module.
Yeah, Eric, I think you nailed it. I think times have changed. People have been providing incentives for survey responses for decades, but what has changed is people used to have to, again, sprain your tongue licking stamps of envelopes, pay a lot of transaction fees. It takes time and energy to send out, so the cost actually stacks up. Now that you have a digitally integrated platform here, you can send this stuff instantly and quickly. And the key, again, like you just said, Eric, is know your audience and pick a denomination that makes sense. You're now sending something that's low denomination, $5, $10, but a high perceived value. So Amazon, for instance, and that's why we started it with it, has a huge cachet with people. People love it. They know they're going to use it. They're going to enjoy it on something they're going to spend on themselves or their family. Yet you don't have to break the bank. You're not sending $100 or $200 worth of Amazon codes per respondent. So think about that. And you can also think about perhaps surprise and delight. Maybe it's not every time for incentives, incenting them to take the actual survey, but some of them get it as a delight at the end, as a surprise.
Yeah, great. Really good point. Here's another comment. Are the gift cards only available in US dollars?
Yes, currently. Although we are working, you're going to see a lot of improvements to the rewards module over the next couple months. And internationalization is definitely a key component of that. This already works with multilingual surveys. So if your survey is in Spanish language or Arabic language, even a right-to-left language, this module does support that. Right now, the Amazon gift cards are only denominated in US dollars. Michael, actually, good question for you through Tango Card. Is that a program you support, say giving away Euro gift cards, or how should we think about that for our international clients?
Yeah, great question, and thanks, Crystal, for that. Tango Card is focused on having an awesome catalog of rewards, both domestically and internationally. What I'd suggest is continue to send your requests in with the country you want, the specifics that you want to Eric for prioritization, and we can help support delivering rewards that make sense for the countries you're trying to reach.
Great point. Great point. Here's another question from Sarah. Is the fulfillment fee always the same?
Yes, that is a one-time fee. It does not matter. It's not scaled to the amount. We have clients actually already using this, in multiple $1,000 projects, so that fee does not go up even if they're buying, $5,000, $10,000 worth of gift cards.
Wow, one-time fee per survey.
Per survey. That's correct. That's correct.
Here's another good comment. Brings up another good point. I'd like to do a monthly giveaway based off of guests who have been with us that month and their experiences, a way to capture a survey response during a certain time period, say May 1st through May 31st.
Good question. This is going to be a feature enhancement. Right now, there is not a date filter on the reward period. We can. Lonnie, if you want to come on QuestionPro chat, sometimes our support experts have some really clever hacks about how to make this happen. I actually don't know a hack off the top of my head, but there might be a way to make this happen. But as you see on our reporting module, for instance, you can filter by a date range. We do not have those filters yet implemented on the rewards criteria, but that's an excellent point and something I'll take a note on to build out in the future, because I definitely see the use case for that.
Yeah, great idea. And that to get on chat, it's just questionpro.com/help, and you'll be able to start a live chat 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. You'll be able to start that live chat session and discuss that with the survey experts.
Hey, James, I know we had some people asking for the URL. I've just popped it up on my screen over here. So if anyone is looking for the URL for that, QPRewards.questionpro.com.
Awesome. Great. Now there is a delay of 30-ish seconds between when we display it on here and it actually streams. So we'll have to make sure we give enough people enough time to go ahead and take the survey. Do that now. Final call for the survey, so we have time to actually do the drawing. But that's great. Thanks, Eric, for getting that up there. qprewards.questionpro.com. Here's another question about our survey specifically, and this is a great it's a great chance to talk about the feature set. I took the survey. Are we allowed to take the survey more than once?
Good question, and this gets into ballot box stuffing and fraud prevention. So
Right, exactly.
hot topic with rewards, and we would definitely encourage all of you to be really diligent about limiting your survey responses to one per person. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do that within QuestionPro. You can have a survey password. Once that password has been entered, that person can only take the survey once. If it's sent to an email list, you can set it so that the email respondent can only take that. That email can only be entered once, and if your email is not on the list of who it was sent to, you won't be able to enter a survey response at all. So there's a lot of features we have. We call them anti-ballot box stuffing. ABBS is where you'll see it in the QuestionPro UI to prevent respondents from taking the survey multiple times. But clearly, fraud is a concern. I would not ask anyone to set a survey that's completely open and say everyone who answers a survey gets an Amazon gift card. I think it's very likely, given behavior on the internet, that you would be gamed. So this should really be used in conjunction with the other features in QuestionPro around anti-ballot box stuffing, and we have really robust set of features there. If anyone has questions about those features, we're not going to demo them today, but if they come on to QuestionPro chat support, our support reps would be happy to show you all about how to set up and use the anti-ballot box stuffing.
Awesome. Great. Here's a long one, and Janet, kudos for the brilliant networker that you are throwing your company name out there. That's great. Beyond Data. Here we just implemented a screening interview. Can we still add in a rewards concept to thank participants? Any ideas how to do this? Also, would you consider a $1 reward for 200 respondents to be too small of a reward?
Yes, you can set the rewards module up on an existing survey. Now, if you're going to use the first X number of respondents, and you already have, if you're going to say, I'm going to give this to the first 10 respondents, and you already have 10 respondents, then it won't fulfill any gift cards. It's already got those responses in it. It just looks at when the first response came in. But you could clear the data out of that survey if you wanted to. You could delete the data and start over again, or you could retroactively set up the sweepstakes on it. So there are some ways you can still manage that. And again, coming on to QuestionPro support, I'd encourage you to do that. Talk through exactly what you want to do with our technical support representatives, and they can make sure that it'll be handled appropriately. As far as $1 for 200 responses, I wish I had a solid answer to that. I'd say again, it really depends on your audience. I think $1 might be below a lot of people's thresholds for action, but again, if it's a nice token appreciation, might just be there as a small thank you. I don't know, Michael, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, and just one or two thoughts are, your budget is your budget. If you have a $200 budget to send a reward, I think a $1 reward to 200 respondents isn't out of the question. I think that's fantastic. And two, if you know your demographic enough that they're going to appreciate something as high quality as an Amazon card at a low denomination, I think that makes perfect sense. And thankfully we've selected Amazon to start with, which has this awesome flexible denomination that you can kind of go up and down as you need it. So yeah, I don't think you'll be laughed out of the room at all. I think you'll be taken seriously and people engage.
Great.
Cool. Here's another question from Kirby. In the qualifying criteria drop-down menu, you can currently pick all completes or X number, either or. How about programming that allows first X completes?
I'm not quite sure. I mean.
And I think it is the first X number of completes.
I think okay. I just want to make sure I understand. So that is something that we do currently support. And let me just show you where in the UI we would do that. Let me flip to a different survey here. James, you have my screen share up there?
Yep, it's up now.
Okay. So yes, the first X number of completes is supported. You would just go into rewards here. First X number. So I'm going to say first 5 respondents in this case would get the gift card. So that's how we'll manage that.
Was the question just somewhere between respondents and completes? Just the
Yeah,
terminology?
yeah, I think that a good point, Michael. I think that's probably what it is. First number of respondents. By respondent, we do mean a complete, not someone who is started and not finished.
Yeah, good point.
So,
Yeah.
good point. Yep.
All right, here's another question, which is right here. Sorry. When an Amazon gift card is selected as a reward and its value chosen, is the payment made to QuestionPro or to Amazon, and how does that compare with choosing the option of user-defined and fulfilled reward?
Yeah, great question. The payments are, since our clients will already have the credit card on file with QuestionPro, you'll see the charge come through from QuestionPro. So you won't see any charges coming through from Amazon or, as we had Starbucks or other reward fulfillments. You won't see any charges coming through from the end vendor. Everything will be billed to your card as QuestionPro. And you'll see that, you'll have an invoice of that, and of course all the account tracking that we currently offer with our subscription licenses.
Great. Here's another one. Is there a way to manually review the winners?
Good question. Yes. Let me just show you that again. So on the left navigation here, James, yeah, we got my screen share. So I'm going to go to Manage Rewards. And oh, look, someone else took this survey. So someone else got a nice gift card. I guess they found the URL. So we should actually, James, why don't we just put this out there and we'll get the next 3 fulfilled from our audience today. But the way you do that is respondent ID. You click into here, and I'm going to find out who took this as the second respondent, so I can see when exactly this response came in. This person took 11 seconds to take this survey, and very satisfied. And then we can see, yes, this was in fact, I'm going to hide their email address, but we can in fact see who did take that survey. So you get a full audit, and if there's 20 questions on the survey, you'd be able to see all of that. So since people have found this, why don't we just, James, I'm going to throw this into, we got 3 more gift cards left. We'll have some fun here.
Let's do it. Sounds great.
I'm in.
3 more cards left. All right.
An awesome enterprising audience, by the way.
Yeah, that is good work. I didn't think you could actually discern a URL on the screen share there. So
where are you putting that? Where are you giving that to me?
I just sent it into the Google Plus page for this Hangout.
Okay, great.
So you'll see the link in there. You want to run through and see how quickly we can give away the remaining 3 gift cards there, and those are going to be live codes. So everyone find that link, and 3 free $5 gift cards coming your way. One of them gone. Only 2 left.
That's awesome.
Go
All
buy
right.
yourself something nice.
Yeah, Michael, was that you? So, James, should we move on towards the fulfillment of the random winner?
Well, let's give everybody another minute. We have a couple more questions to answer. First of all, do we have survey responses? Do you want to check that real quick to make sure we have some survey responses?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got survey responses.
Awesome. So a couple more things here. We did that one. Is there any way to manual review? Is there a video tutorial about anti-ballot box stuffing? I know there's a help file on it.
Yep, there is. On the help file, there is a help video, an explainer video on how to use anti-ballot box stuffing.
Awesome, that's great. I should have been a little quicker and just threw that up on the grab that. I'll grab the URL for that, but while we go on here. But let me just make sure there aren't any more questions here. Okay, so can we add more than 1 reward for the same survey? First 10 respondents get $5 each, and another reward based on survey quiz score.
No, not currently. It is the The UI is configured only to allow one reward per survey. Be some complexity around making that happen. I think we'd have to investigate some of the use cases before we'd build that. But there, if you want to send me a note or just add any details, you can tell our support team exactly what you're looking to do. We might be able to support something like that in the future.
Great. Another beyond data, well represented on the in the audience here. That's great. Terminates are not offered rewards. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You got to do more than just start the survey. You actually have to complete it.
Yep.
Got it. All right. And it looks like maybe we have given away those 3 $5 gift cards because we already had the first.
They went fast. I was checking the responses, and it didn't take us any time to get. So there you go. Proof. We had 9 answers in about 30 seconds. So 9 completes in 30 seconds.
That's great. Looks like number 2 here was Joshua. That's great. Glad that we were able to live demo that additional feature we weren't even planning on. Hopefully that $15 doesn't come out of my pocket.
Keep it lively. Keep it lively.
Exactly. Well, I think that we've had I really appreciate everybody with the comments. Some great questions that have gone around. Looks like we have some work to do on our side with some great ideas that came out of this. So that's definitely a win-win from that perspective. Eric, why don't we just jump in and give away $100?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so James, I got my screen share up.
Right.
And we.
Oh, Michael, did you need another minute to enter? Is that what's going on?
Michael, we hope
Still
you win. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that Michael wins.
That's right. May the odds be ever in your favor. So there we go.
Okay, so
everyone's favorite anti-hero when I win.
All right, so I've got my live survey pulled up here, the gift card survey, and I'm going to go now to manage rewards. I've already set up the random winner. So this is now the user interface for picking a winner. So first thing you see here is I'm in the Manage Rewards menu, Random Winner. And first thing I do, pick Random Winners now. So my survey is closed. I'm just going to click this. And there it is. So we have a true randomization algorithm. Another thing that we found from talking to our clients before we built this is a lot of times the random winner is in fact not all that random. It's someone looking at a spreadsheet and picking out a number. So this is actually truly random. Now, what you also want to do, though, is to be able to drill into this response and look and make sure that this is someone who actually legitimately qualified. We want to make sure in this case it is not a QuestionPro employee, for example, and so it is not Sarah Cooper. Congratulations. Do we have Sarah Cooper still on the line?
That's awesome. Sarah, if you could just put a comment. Oh, Sarah Cooper just said good pop culture reference. That was to me. May the odds be ever in your favor. Double points for Sarah, and she's the winner of a $100 Amazon.com gift card. She's right there in the comment stream.
Yeah,
so that's great.
Give her $100 just for recognizing the pop culture reference.
Yeah, if that weren't enough, that's right. So Sarah Cooper's our winner. That's great.
Yep. So this is how you use that. Just the audit log, and make sure that this wasn't one of your employees, or wasn't for some reason a test response, or someone. Now, if you need to fulfill this, obviously you need some way to do that. So email reward. And what I'm going to do is just pop this up. I'm not going to show Sarah's email to the entire audience today, but what you would do is copy and paste Sarah's email, which you filled out in the survey, into this recipient's line. Now, if this email or this survey was not deployed by email, it was obviously something we just put into the Google Plus page. Right. Had you sent this via email, the respondent's email would pre-populate here, so you wouldn't even have to take that step. So Sarah, we will fulfill this afterwards, so we don't show the world your email address, and that's as easy as it is. The fulfillment is done.
Sarah's waiting. Come on.
That's right. Why don't Eric, if you want to go ahead and fulfill that real quick here, I'll just move it over to me so we can't see your screen.
All right.
And, we had another comment here that I wanted to bring up, which was right here. Robin, great comment. If we are claiming our survey as anonymous, we do not know who replied to what. Is that negated say that right? Negated,
Yeah.
probably negated by being able to track the rewards for the respondent. So is there a conflict here?
Hmm.
If you're claiming your survey is anonymous, well, it depends on the fulfillment. If you need to email the gift card, in this case, the random winner, the only way you can fulfill the random winner is via email. It would no longer be anonymous. Now, if you want to do the first three, or like we put into the comment feed earlier, the first 5 respondents, then that could be done anonymously because you do not have to collect any email information on them, any personally identifying information. You could take their survey responses. All they show up in is QuestionPro is just a random response number that has no PII to it. And so, yes, you could do that. It just depends on the fulfillment option that you choose.
Got it. Okay, great. And here's another one. Julianne would like that the confirmation code again. She was one of the lucky 3 with the other drawing. So if we could send that to her, that would be great.
Okay, yeah, this is a great example of what happens in real life. One of your respondents forgets to copy the code. So what you would do here, I think this is the survey. Yeah, I would just go to Manage Rewards, and now I would have to look through each one of these to
Find Julianne Lewis.
Yeah.
I'll hide
Boy,
this.
guys, it sure shows that these $5 denominations are working.
Yeah.
Right, really good point.
So it's going to take a minute to dig through the 5 different responses here, but that's exactly what you do. You just go to that gift card log and find the respondent, and then you can use this email reward function and refulfill that for them.
So we can do that right after this is.
Yeah, we can do that right after that, and then obviously on Amazon's end, these cards can only be redeemed once, so you don't have to worry about sending this email 3 or 4 times. On the Amazon end, it's only going to come out once. So
nice. Robin says we want to give everyone a reward. Everyone that takes a survey, I assume she means.
Yes. So great question. We easily support that. Let me just create a quick survey here. Everyone, we'll call it. I'll add a question to this survey. So now I've added just how often do you conduct surveys? Just a simple 1-question survey. I'm going to go to rewards here, and don't want to move too quick. Make sure the screen share has enough time to catch up. Decide who qualifies. I'm just going to go to all complete respondents. And the criteria here, everyone who enters is going to get the reward. All you have to do is set a end date. Again, you might not want this to trickle into next year if someone is still out there and finds a survey link. And then you can select the reward. And Amazon, coupon, user-defined fulfilled. Coupon's a good one for this. And so we can have an interface here for designing your own coupon. Bob's Ski House is the default here. And you can support coupon codes as well. If you have unique coupon codes, we can manage and track those. So we're giving a unique coupon out to everyone. And then this is what the reward page will look like. Enter your headline here. So say something like, congratulations, here's your coupon. And the coupon code is printed there. So very easy to set up a thank you page where everyone who finishes the survey gets the reward.
Nice. That's great. We have some good sports here in the audience. Go Sarah. Go Sarah Cooper. So really good supportive group here. Even though they didn't win, they're good sports. That's great. Try to teach that to my kids. I needed them to watch more of my hangouts on air here, apparently. And Sarah says, "Woohoo! Got the reward. Feeling like a millennial."
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. Touche on the pop culture there. Feeling like, well, that's great. So that was great. Thanks, everybody. And Julianne, thanks for your email as well. So we'll make sure we get that out to you. Thanks, everybody. That was a really great. It was great to demo the feature live. Oh, actually, this is one I want to put up here too. This is a great, a great comment, because we were talking about this earlier as far as a rewards option on the fulfillment side. Give us a free QP subscription month as reward. We can certainly give you a trial for that, Marwan, if you'd like to try out more of the full features. But taking that one step higher, if I want to give away my service as a reward for a survey, Eric, how would I do that?
Well, you could easily do that actually just with this. Let me share the screen again. You could just say QuestionPro here, and 1 free month, and then you can even put in unique coupon codes. And so the respondent would see this. You could put please contact Eric Cotto at QuestionPro.com, and we could populate the coupon code, and that would allow you to give a free month away, or whatever your product is. You could do that through the coupon or through the user defined and fulfilled, which is the other option. The difference with this page is you're able to upload an image. Say you're giving away an iPad, you could upload an iPad image and say, congratulations, you've been entered to win an iPad. So a couple different ways you can do that.
Yeah, very cool. One final question here. How do you feel about points-based rewards programs?
Good.
Me.
Yeah. Michael, take it.
Michael, you have a comment there?
No, I don't want to jump all over it here, but points-based programs have been around for a very long time. Obviously, they're in your credit cards, your airlines, whatnot. But what we've just seen in terms of effectiveness and in terms of engagement and people responding, if it's a clean, crisp, denominated, electronically delivered, immediate gift card, we see far better engagement, far better response. Oftentimes these points program leads to this massive catalog of things that people can procure for, frankly, much cheaper and with much more specificity than the gift card that they just got. So I'm all for points programs, don't get me wrong. I have one on my credit card as well. But at the end of the road, when it's time to go redeem, I think there's a lot more strings attached than giving something as clean and crisp as an Amazon card.
Yep. Good.
Awesome.
Good
Very
point.
cool.
Instant wins. We all love instant fulfillment and instant gratification.
Right, exactly. Well, let me just wrap things up here really quickly. If you have additional questions or comments, go ahead and paste them in to the comment stream. We'll make sure that we answer all of those, even if it's after the hangout here. A couple of final comments here from Sonia. Thank you, James, Eric, and Michael. Great info, well done. Appreciate that. Sonia, thanks for everybody for sticking out. We basically had the whole group stay to the end, so that was great. Also, Marwan says, thank you guys, amazing webinar, very useful, much appreciated. So, Michael, let me just say thank you to you. Really appreciate your time today. You're out of the office at a conference, waiting to start, but yeah, you still took time to join us here today, so thank you very much for that. Eric, really appreciate that. CEO from QuestionPro, thanks for your time and the demonstration. Great content, guys. Really appreciate it, and job well done. And we'll just go ahead and, if you don't have any other final comments, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for everyone for your time, and we'll catch you next time. Make sure you add QuestionPro's page to your circle so you can stay on top of additional Hangouts in Air. We do one about once a month, so we would definitely love to have you back. Join us again in the audience, and if you have any suggestions about the topics, feel free to mention those as well. We're happy to cater to those questions. So thank you very much, Michael and Eric, and we'll conclude our webinar for today. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys.